everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Marshall's Giants going up against Jeffrey's Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Wentz going to throw. That's taken in by the rookie, Shelton Gibson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gibson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Again, it's Pumphrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Gino on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a... gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Here's Darkwan. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that catch just gives us another reason to praise Odell Beckham Jr. Off to an incredible start to his NFL career.
3 Pro Bowls, 3 straight Pro Bowls, obviously, and first Giant to do that in more than 50 years, Charles.
And how about the numbers that he's put up also? 1,300 or more yards and 10 or more touchdowns in each of those 3 seasons.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And he's got room. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Pumphrey last year at San Diego State led the country over 2,100 yards rushing. The question now, how do you see him translating to the NFL?
Well, I hear all the naysayers talk about him being less than 180 pounds. But look, the production at San Diego State, the number of carries, this kid has toughness. He will carry the ball and surprise people. And look, he broke Marshall Faulk's record at San Diego State. That's got to count for something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a development here as Wentz is out. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They find some open field here. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go now. 56. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gibson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I got two. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On play action, they'll throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. And
he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but
this is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Giants offense, they were 30th in red zone trips a season ago, but they're in the red zone now, 1st and 10. On the run, Darkwan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Here's Smith. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I'm pretty sure the Giants saw big success for Sterling Shepard coming out of Oklahoma. They could see him in their offense working in the middle of the field and making big catches.
Second only to Michael Thomas last year among rookies in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Am I giving away my age when I remember Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie entering the NFL?
No, that doesn't make you old.
No, it doesn't. It makes me feel old. But I'm telling you, when he first hit the league, one of those long corners, a lot of length, they can play the football. Had 6 interceptions, tied for 2nd in the NFL in 2016.
And so good they had to name him twice. On 1st down, it's Smith. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Smith on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go now.
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They'll drop the throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Smith. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on second down, Smith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they try the right side here. Room to run past midfield. And a cutback. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And Barnage has it on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Smith now looking to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. A shotgun snap for Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Looking to throw on second down. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Smith. Flush to his right. Complete to Barnage. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. To throw on second down is Smith. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Smith. From the gun, he'll throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Nebraska, Nate Gehring. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week in a row?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Geno on first down. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Smith to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The rookie from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And, Charles, I think when the teams, no matter